Okay, so today I have Leanne here with me. Hey, Leanne.
Hey, Coach Heather.
Hey, okay, so Leanne, I'm so glad you decided to do this interview with me today. And before we jump into it, I just want you to let the people know like where you're from and how long you've been in the program so far.
So I'm Leanne, as Coach Heather just mentioned. I'm from Toronto, Canada, Ontario, and I've been in the program for 2 months now. Time
Yes.
is flying. Yeah,
Time is
2 months. Yeah,
flying.
yeah.
Yes, yes. Okay, so I have a few questions for you, and I just want you to feel really comfortable. And because I really want to kind of hear from you what the experience has been like for you since you've been in the program so far. So I'm going to pull up some questions, and I want you just really just be as honest as you can be. So, in terms of where you are right now, be honest. What was the one thing that was kind of maybe kind of holding you back, or what was your life kind of like before joining the actual program? What did life look like for you?
To be quite honest, I was kind of just existing and coasting, really. It's just like it was just every day just doing what I knew I was supposed to do, which is, take care of my son, go to work, go to church, just kind of just taking it literally day by day and whatever came my way. Yeah, that's basically what it was. I was just existing.
Okay.
That's what it felt like.
So with you just existing, were you experiencing like stress, survival mode, like control? Was there anything like that that was kind of highlighted for you in that just existing space?
Definitely 100% survival mode.
Yeah.
Stress, high anxiety at certain times. And just kind of almost very close to isolation. I was
Mm,
kind of really at that point right before we met and had our first consultation.
yeah.
I was very close to kind of isolating, just sticking to myself, being away from people, and just, yeah, zoning into probably could have been possibly a not so good place.
Mm,
Yeah.
okay. Okay. So then what would you say made you finally say, okay, I can't keep doing life like this? What was that moment like for you?
I think it was definitely being aware that this was not necessarily the direction that I should be going in.
Yeah.
The good thing is with me, I do have, people that I do confide in and I do speak to that would
Hmm.
kind of, say like speak me out of it, encourage me, check in when I would go quiet
Yeah.
and if I kind of went MIA for a couple of days. And I'm very open with those people. So, people kind of directed me in just like, this is not what you're supposed to be doing, or this is not where you're supposed to be going. And I would honestly say, I think we had a conversation at the high tea,
Yeah.
and that kind of conversation kind of just gave me a aha moments.
Mm,
That was just kind of dropped like in my spirit at that very moment that this is something I need to look into at this very, 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 very moment. So
okay. Okay. So, with you being where you are right now, you're about 8 weeks or just a bit over 8 weeks being into the program. What is something that you can say about yourself that you notice has already changed in these last 2 months since you've been here?
there's definitely a sense of peace and calmness. It's very unexplainable. It's literally goes right back to like the peace that makes no sense, like literally
Yeah.
the scripture, like, there's and being able to kind of identify certain areas that are old and old
Mm,
habits, old way of thinking,
yeah.
old ways of feeling.
Yeah.
I know one thing that I was very big with when starting this program was learning to kind of find a balance and control my nervous system.
Yeah.
And I've definitely got into a place where it's not all of a sudden better,
Yeah.
but I'm able to kind of catch it quick and get a hold of it.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And that alone has been completely life changing to
Life
me.
changing for you.
Yeah, yeah,
Ooh,
definitely.
okay. So that's been life changing for you. So what else would you say you have noticed? Like, because I know when you did your 2 week video testimonial, you also did like your 4 week written testimonial, and you had so much to share. And I don't know if you can like even touch on some of the other things that you might have like highlighted at that point compared to like where you are right now? Because I think sometimes we might kind of take for granted all of the progress that's been happening.
Yeah.
And I know you haven't been, but it might not be like, oh yeah, this happened as well too. Is there anything else that you can kind of think of that you think would be important to share that you've noticed that has already changed?
Definitely more intentional.
Okay.
I'm very more intentional with everything I'm doing.
Yeah.
From how I utilize my time, what I'm doing with my time when I just don't want to do nothing.
Yes.
That's definitely a big difference.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I find it's very important to me, just how a part of me being able to survive in a positive way.
Mm,
There's more, I find now more structure, more organization in
yeah.
everything I do, from the hat I wear as a mom, the hat as I wear as a friend,
Yeah.
the hat I wear as a daughter. Like all of that stuff is just a little bit more structured and organized. And I would say too, there's definitely been a change in how, like, or from people around me. Like a
Okay.
lot of people are they notice a lot more that there is a change in me,
Hmm.
especially I'm a little happy or a little, I go off a little, my mouth is a little sharp.
Okay. Okay. So what are they saying? What are they saying that they've noticed in the last 8 weeks?
I would say my responses are different. How
Okay.
I respond to certain things are different. And even how I talk it out is a little bit different. Like I'm very much like, no, what you said and how you said it caused me to feel this way and da 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 da.
Yeah.
And also just not really caring, like not explaining myself, just, hey, no, yeah, I can't go, or no, I can't do this. And it's just
Yeah.
full stop,
That's
you
it.
know?
Yeah.
And also realizing that some individuals are not really used to that because I've always tried to like explain myself. And
Mm.
maybe it is from a people pleasing perspective,
Yeah.
but I've always explained myself like, yeah, I can't do this da, 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 because and
And
now
you
it's
give
just
the
like, yeah,
explanation as to why.
explanation,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
And now it's just like, I just can't, or no,
Yeah.
or yeah, just so those are some of the major things. But I think for me, it's more so the intentionality. In the last couple of weeks, I've become a lot more focused on like the physical component as well.
Yes.
And I'm looking forward to taking that to a next level. But
Good.
yeah, just being able to, for me, these last couple of weeks, I'm able to look within a
Yeah.
lot more,
Yeah.
from a spiritual perspective, mental, physical now, emotional, just overall wholeness in a sense. So yeah, those are some of
Mm.
those, I wouldn't say small things, but big things that I've really been able to kind of zone in on and realize that it's not really a place I have been in for years. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's huge. So you've mentioned like what are some of the things that you used to kind of struggle with? How would you say it truly feels different for you though now on a day-to-day basis?
It feels very different from an internal basis more than anything.
Okay.
It's just there's just again back to, as I said, there's a sense of peace now, a sense of calmness.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Again, not to say everything's perfect, not to
Right.
say everything is, but it's just I kind of am able to control those thoughts a little bit more, express those feelings a little bit more in a safe place and in a
Yeah.
safe way and in a positive way. Um, and yeah, and just making sure that everything around me kind of goes hand in hand with what I'm feeling internally. Like the external has to match what's happening internally as
Mm.
well. So
Okay.
just yeah.
That's huge. That's actually really good. And something I've noticed that in speaking to a lot of the other women, and like a lot of women have a lot of things that are very similar. So some women might be saying, they things that they were struggling before was like the overthinking, trying to control everything, feeling anxious, always feeling like they have to be on or in go mode. Where would
Mhm.
you say you are at with any of those, or were any of those like major things that you struggled with where you can actually see now, even though it's only 8 weeks in, because you know what I mean? Like 8 weeks is a short period of time, but so much has happened still for you in 8 weeks. So with me just throwing out some of those that I just said, where would you say you are right now at 8 weeks into the program concerning that?
And that's the thing, like, when I am speaking to people about the program, it's like, oh, it's only been 8 weeks, or let's say a couple of weeks ago, it was only 6 weeks. And it
Yeah.
sounds like a marketing, like, no, it's not marketing. Like, it's the truth. Like, I truly feel this way. I can't explain what's going on.
I
I
know.
can't even share with you what is going on in the program, what's being done, but it's not like it's a real deal. So it's just like in 8 weeks, I truly, and I keep sticking with the fact that it's literally a sense of like how I feel is more so I'm really learning to rest and just understand that that's what I'm supposed to do as a child of God. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
It's not, I keep sharing with everybody too that go mentality, that survival mode mentality, that's I got to do. That's all things that we've adapted in the world. And
Yes.
in these last 8 weeks, I'm just like, that was never God's design for us,
Yeah.
and it's okay to just chill. It's okay to just sit. It's okay to just move at your own pace. Don't get me wrong. There's times where, let's say work or
Yep.
you got to be at a certain time and you
Yeah.
have timelines. But being able to just like woosah for a
Yeah.
second before you get back up.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Like just to woosah before you get going again, and just
Yeah.
allowing your time to yourself to take that break, take that day off,
Yeah.
just do what you have to do to just regroup and come again.
Yeah. And what you said there was actually so important because a lot of women really don't know and they haven't had the opportunity or they don't even know how to approach just what it means to truly relax. And I know we're working, there's women that are raising children, they have partners, there's all these different things that are happening. But even within that, it's like, how do you still take time for yourself? And it doesn't mean that you're not you could still possibly be a CEO of a company, you can still be a director, you still be a manager, be doing all of these things, but that also doesn't mean that you're not able to allow yourself that opportunity to self-care for yourself and to kind of give back to yourself and also become that next level of who you truly want to be, like evolving and transforming, because there's little pockets in different areas where things are missing, where you need to kind of like fill those areas to feel more regulated essentially.
And you really just have to make the time. Like there's no other answer. You just have to do it. You just have to pencil in that time. You just have to put, like, whether it's put your phone on do not disturb, whether it's prioritizing, let's say if your thing is getting your nails done, or if your
Yeah.
thing is getting your, whatever,
Yeah.
just saying, hey, I'm not going to end up doing something else to do this. So you just have to truly make the time. If it means getting up a little bit earlier, staying up a little bit later, like it's just there's yeah, you just truly have to make the time. There's
Yeah.
no other
Yeah.
way, because then you'll never find it. You'll never find it.
And there's
It
always
won't
going to be
happen.
something that needs to
Yeah.
be done. Always. That's
Hmm.
just that's
Hmm.
just what we're living in right now. So
Hmm.
when your friends are asking you like what's going on, and like you said, it's not like it's like a marketing thing. Like it's only been 6 weeks. It's only been 8 weeks. But it sounds funny when you say it, but it's truly it's almost like if you're trying to remind yourself to like, oh my gosh, all this has happened and it has only been 8 weeks. And it's not a marketing thing. It's like, oh my gosh, look how much I've changed in this short period of time is essentially what you're really saying. So what are your friends, what are some of the things that they're asking you about, or what they're asking, like what you've noticed about yourself? Because that's the thing that I think is really important. I think what might be hard for some people to understand is that you're not sitting there thinking, okay, got to sit down and do my pathway homework. You're embodying what we're sharing with you, what we're teaching, the tools, like all of those things. So what are some of the things that they're asking you and they're just kind of like, what? Like, how is this? Like, what does that look like, that whole dynamic?
So many, like, they're asking, what am I doing? Period. like, what's changed? What does some of the homework look like?
Yeah.
Like, what are some of the topics? And I've had actually a friend say to me, like, I'm not ready for that. And I
Mm.
was just like, because it's definitely just something you have to be ready for. And
Yeah.
I was just, I said to her, there's your answer, right? She's like, I'm just not ready to do that work. I'm not ready to get past resentments. I'm not ready to get past certain things. And I was just like, so again, it goes right back to the intentionality piece. And, a lot of people are very much like, you're getting a lot more questions now about because a lot of people have heard about the program. A lot of
Yeah.
people see, know some of the ladies in the program, but
Yeah.
like to actually be a lot of the ones that are close to me
Mm-hmm.
are like a lot more interested because, as I said, especially somebody that has worked in the healthcare field, I've
Yeah.
always been like, I'm a double shift person, working double shifts, and then I'm
Yeah.
short shifted,
Yeah.
I'm going back to
Yeah.
work. So I'm always on that go.
Yeah.
Um, and then also just my personality is just kind
Yeah.
of just go, 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 go. I can't sit still.
Yeah.
Right. So being able to actually see that I've changed from that kind of that place in such a short period of time. It's kind of like, oh, okay, something is going on over there.
Mm-hmm.
Something is working. And then with that, now it's now brought me to a place where I am a little bit more intentional with the other things, like now, like the physical piece of things, like, even just how what I'm wearing, like
Yeah.
just like those little things now are even starting to change to kind of make that whole package kind of feel just to feel better and always making sure my
Mm.
everything's tidy, everything's back to a certain place. If I took the cup out the cupboard, I'm putting it back, like just making sure everything is just all together,
Ooh, I love
just
that.
peaceful. Yeah.
Yes, I love that. Yeah, getting away from all of that clutter. And your friend actually said something very important. Because even when I shared this with you and I think we had a kind of quick conversation where the work that we do here, it's not counseling,
Hmm.
it's not therapy.
Hmm.
And some people may be at a place where they still actually need counseling, they need therapy, and that's completely okay. But when
Hmm.
you're coming here, it's really truly for women who have gone through that piece, or they may be still in that space right now, but they're ready to evolve from there. And
Yeah.
some people are not ready to evolve yet, right? And when you come
Hmm.
here, it really is about being ready to like springboard from where you are, right? So you're ready to
Hmm.
evolve, you're ready to now transform into that next level of who you are supposed to be and who you are called to be. And it's okay if some people aren't ready for that, but even them being able to see what's happening for you in such a
Hmm.
short period of time just speaks to also, when you're ready, what can really happen.
Yes.
When you're ready,
Yes.
when
Yes.
you're putting in the work, what can actually truly happen. And it doesn't matter whether it's 2 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, whether it's a year, what could really happen over a period of time when you're really now being intentional, like you said, and you're ready to do the work. Yeah.
And that's exactly it. Because again, that's like how some of the conversations have went. And it's just like, some people will say, like, I know one person said to me, it's easier said than done because I'm now on the other side of it. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, exactly. Like you just have to be ready kind of thing. Because other than that, you can join, you can start, but like you have to do the work that
Yeah.
goes with
Goes
it.
with it.
Right. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I have another question for you. So
Hmm.
if there's some women right now that are kind of sitting on the fence, they're watching this and they feel like, I'm always in survival mode, what would you be telling that individual who feels like, how do you get out of this? Like, what do you do? I'm hearing about the program. I don't know if this is for me. Is this a fit? Because I know even with you, initially you were like, oh my gosh, this is amazing what you're doing. I can't wait to tell people tell people about it and send them your way. You know what I mean? That's where it was. That's where you were coming from. And
Yeah.
now here you are. You're actually in the program. So for that woman that's sitting on the fence, she's in survival mode. She's having all of these issues, all of these struggles. What would you tell that woman that's in that space that's not sure if this is for me?
There's no other way but to just book a consultation. Like, plain and simple. Like, they just have to truly book a consultation and have that conversation with you. There's nothing to lose by booking that consultation and having a conversation with you because exactly. I knew about this since what, January or something like that? Like, was it January? No, March. March. Was it
Oh no, no,
March?
no! Even before that,
This
from like
last December. I
December.
was gonna say,
Yes, and
yeah,
then I launched
November,
it in
December.
January. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And as you said, like I'm like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. I'm excited. I'm like, this person needs it, that person, that.
Yeah.
And then yeah, how many months later, I'm like, no, I need this.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know until we had that conversation, but I really, really, really knew there was just something that really just confirmed that after the consultation because
Yeah.
again, as I said in one of the testimonies, I think you may see the word feminine pathway and you're thinking you got everything together, your hair is done, all of that stuff,
Yeah,
but it's
yeah,
and it's deeper than just being or looking feminine. It's
yes.
deeper than just, being in survival mode. It's just
Mm-hmm.
it's deeper than that, but it's a lot of internal things that need to be, that you kind of dig up and that surfaces, and that's based on the, as you said, the weekly lessons that we have, not the homework, but
Yeah,
sorry, one second. Sorry.
that's
Did I
okay.
freeze?
No, you did for a second, but
There
you're
we
good
go.
now. Yeah,
Not the lessons. Oh, not the homework, but just the lessons that allow
yeah,
you to just go a little bit deeper within,
yeah,
and you'll realize it's more than you actually needed. Like, even the, where I am in the program, it's just so crazy how intentional every week has been with something that needs to be looked into, something that I do need to, journal on, something, without giving away too much
yeah, yeah,
information
yeah,
on what's going on. But every week has been on par, like, yep, I needed this. Yep, I needed this. Yeah,
yeah,
it's literally in alignment, yeah,
yeah.
with the season I'm in, for sure.
And you said something to me. You said, you were saying your coach Heather, even though you've said that this program isn't therapy and it isn't counseling, this really is,
It really
it
is,
is
in a
really is
sense.
therapeutic, is what you said
It's
to me.
very, yeah,
It's
it
very
is.
therapeutic.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
one of the other women in the program said to me, it really is about helping women transform and evolve to that next level. And she said, because of that, I truly believe this is why every woman would actually need this. Like, to truly come into the fullness of who they're, like, every woman would need this who actually truly wants to be at a better level of where they're supposed to be.
Mhm.
What are your thoughts on that? Like, do you see this as something that it only makes sense, or like where do you land on that?
I definitely think and again, because majority of the people that don't think they need it are the people that probably need it because they
Mm,
don't think they need it, right?
right.
So, and then once you realize you do need it, and
Yeah.
all I can say is 8 weeks in, I'm very interested to see the type of woman I'm going to be at the end of the year. 1 year in. It's
Yeah.
almost, I don't want to say it's scary, but
It's
it's it's
exciting.
it's exciting. And
Yeah.
I really think every woman that's going through this program right now is going to be a whole brand new person if they continue to be intentional with every single week, and moving forward, I think they're gonna be unrecognizable by the end of the year.
Yeah.
That's when it's all said and done. So whether, no matter what season they're in, because, you know, we've talked about different things like single season,
Mm-hmm.
dating,
Yeah.
marriage, and whatnot. But it's just like, all together, I just think this work being done is more focused on the individual, and
It
then everything
is.
else will align itself to be that wife, that daughter, that
Yeah.
mother, that sister, that whatever you're supposed to be, because you'll embody all the characteristics that will have you perform in each of those roles.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this was good. This is good.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like I asked all my questions. So I guess maybe what would be like a final parting that you would like to say, let people know, and in terms of maybe just the overall program, what you feel, your takeaway, what would be like a parting words that you'd want to say, that you want to share with anybody that's gonna come, like, play back and like listen to what you had to say.
Book your consult. Book your consultation, because I'm telling you, if you don't, even if it's just to really understand a little bit more what it is, because there's no words to put into, like, you can't describe the program. So book the consultation and I can guarantee you're going to say, like, okay, I actually do need this, because your mindset is just, it's not, we're really working off of a worldly mindset in regards to how we're existing. We're all truly just existing
Yeah.
until we realize that that's not what we're supposed to be doing. So book your consultation. It's free. You have nothing to lose. You got nothing to lose. Just
Right.
book it and take it from there. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Leanne. It has been a pleasure speaking with you. And I am truly looking forward to see what the next 8 weeks and what happens at the 6 month mark and the year mark, what transpires for you. Because I truly have already seen the changes within the 8 weeks. So I'm just excited to see how you evolve and how you transform even more into who God has created you to be. So thank you so much for your time today, Leanne. I
Thank
appreciate you.
you.
Thank you.
Bye.